Welcome back, explorers of the unknown. Today we're taking a thrilling journey into the enigmatic world of the Vikings, legendary seafarers, fierce warriors, and figures of fascination throughout history. Their legacy is rich, filled with daring adventures and puzzling mysteries. Let's delve into 5 unsolved riddles surrounding these remarkable people that continue to baffle historians and avid enthusiasts alike. First up are the infamous Berserkers. Known for their frenzied rage in battle, these warriors charged into combat with an almost supernatural ferocity, seemingly impervious to pain and fear. But what fueled this formidable berserker state? One prominent theory centers on psychoactive substances. The Amanita muscaria mushroom, or flea agaric, grows in Scandinavia and may have been consumed by berserkers to induce a trance-like state. Historical accounts from other ancient cultures show that hallucinogens were used to prepare for battle, hinting at a potential Viking connection. While intriguing, this theory lacks direct evidence linking these mushrooms to berserker practices. Another explanation lies in ritualistic behavior. Some historians propose that the berserk state could be achieved through intense self-hypnosis. The ritual of rhythmic chanting, coupled with deep breathing exercises or even hyperventilation, could have induced a heightened mental state akin to a warrior's meditation. Such practices may have been spiritually motivated, calling upon the gods for strength and protection. Imagining these fierce warriors draped in animal skins and chanting evokes a captivating image of pre-battle rituals steeped in spirituality. Yet there remains a more psychological approach. Some suggest that these individuals may have suffered from conditions such as PTSD, which could cause unpredictable and violent outbursts as a coping mechanism. This, mixed with rigorous physical training and a strong belief in divine protection, would certainly have made these berserkers a terrifying force on the battlefield. While we may never uncover the definitive source of their legendary rage, the partial glimpses we have only deepen our fascination with these almost mythic warriors. Next, let's explore one of the most celebrated artifacts of the Viking Age, the Ulfberht swords. Crafted between the 9th and 11th centuries, nearly 170 of these extraordinary swords have been found, each inscribed with the name Ulfberht. What makes these swords so exceptional? The Ulfberht swords were forged from crucible steel, a material so advanced that its production techniques wouldn't re-emerge in Europe until the Industrial Revolution. Creating such steel involved heating iron to nearly 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit, a feat far beyond the technology typically attributed to Viking blacksmiths. Scholars believe that the Vikings may have learned this technique through contact with Middle Eastern craftsmen, hinting at far-reaching trade networks and cultural exchanges. But what remains a mystery is how these northern warriors came into contact with such advanced metallurgy. Did they gain this knowledge through trade routes stretching into the Byzantine Empire? Interestingly, some of the swords bearing the Ulfberht name are believed to be forgeries, crafted with inferior materials, a testament to the sword's legendary status and the lengths people would go to capture its renown. This raises further questions. What processes were used by the forgers? Was there an individual master craftsman behind the Ulfberht name, or was it a guild of swordmakers passing down techniques through generations? Today, the Ulfberht swords are more than just weapons. They are a symbol of Viking skill and craftsmanship, illustrating how the Vikings influenced and were influenced by the world around them. Now we turn our attention to the fabled land of Vinland, described in the Viking sagas as a lush and fertile place brimming with resources. Around the year 1000, Leif Erikson is said to have stumbled upon this rich territory, making him possibly the first European to set foot in North America. But what does modern research say about Vinland? In the 1960s, archaeologists uncovered a Norse settlement at Léon's Ox Meadows in Newfoundland, Canada, dating back to around the same time as Erikson's journey. Despite this significant discovery, the region lacks the wild grapes described in the sagas, leading historians to propose that Vinland may have been located further south, perhaps along the coast of New England. The term Vinland itself, derived from Old Norse, adds to the confusion as it can denote both pasture and vine. This ambiguity opens up a wide array of interpretations. Some experts argue that Vinland might encompass a broader geographic area explored by the Vikings, but not settled permanently. The harsh climatic conditions, coupled with possible conflicts with indigenous peoples, further complicate this narrative. It's plausible that the Vikings established temporary camps for timber collection or fishing, remaining nomadic rather than settling in one spot. This raises an intriguing question. What drove these daring adventurers to leave their home in Scandinavia and trek such vast distances? Their encounters with diverse cultures and the landscapes of North America must have awakened a profound curiosity. Ultimately, the quest to pinpoint Vinland adds another layer of complexity to our understanding of Viking exploration and settlement patterns. Next, we delve into the life of one of history's most enigmatic Viking figures, Ivar the Boneless. As the son of the legendary Ragnar Lothbrok, Ivar was notorious for his leadership of the Great Heathen Army during its brutal campaigns in Anglo-Saxon England. But the origin of his peculiar nickname has intrigued scholars for centuries. Some theorize that Ivar may have suffered from a medical condition such as osteogenesis imperfecta, causing fragile bones and perhaps even explaining his need to be carried into battle on a shield. However, this notion conflicts with his image as a fierce and strategic warrior, leading to further speculation. Another theory suggests that boneless could be an archaic term or mistranslation linked to flexibility and adaptability, traits that would serve a military leader well. In this interpretation, Ivar's versatility on the battlefield could be likened to a cunning snake, a creature representing agility and tactical awareness. Some even propose that boneless was a euphemism for his inability in more intimate aspects of life, while others think it might have been a corruption of the Latin term exosus, meaning the hated. Medieval translations could misinterpret these meanings, resulting in boneless. Regardless of the true nature of his nickname, Ivar the Boneless remains a symbol of Viking complexity, an iconic leader whose legacy has left an indelible mark on history. Finally, we can't overlook the story of the Viking settlements in Greenland founded by Eric the Red in the 10th century. These settlements flourished for nearly 500 years, demonstrating the Vikings' remarkable adaptability and resilience in harsh conditions. However, by the 15th century, they seemingly disappeared without a trace, leaving behind ruins and unsolved questions. What caused this abrupt decline? One prevalent theory points to climate change. The onset of the Little Ice Age significantly lowered temperatures, adversely impacting agriculture and making it difficult to sustain their way of life. Could the Viking settlers have faced starvation, ultimately leading to their abandonment of Greenland? Climate was not the only challenge. Conflicts with Inuit populations who had arrived in the region around the same time could have further strained resources and created tensions. With their adept survival skills in the harsh Arctic environment, the Inuit may have held advantages over the Viking settlers in hunting and gathering. Trade disruptions also played a role, as the shifting dynamics of Europe's trade routes might have left Greenland isolated and cut off from essential resources. Many settlers could have chosen to return to their homelands as the viability of their communities waned. An intriguing final theory suggests that some Greenland Vikings, inspired by Leif Erikson's journey, attempted to voyage to Vinland, only to vanish into the vast Atlantic, an echo of the Age of Discovery long before Columbus. From the fury of Berserkers to the sophisticated craftsmanship of Ulfberht swords, the Vikings left behind a legacy rich in both history and mystery. Each of these unsolved riddles reveals a different aspect of their lives, illustrating that beneath the surface of their reputation as mere raiders lie complex stories of exploration, resilience, and cultural interaction. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, please subscribe and join us for more explorations of history's enigmas. Thank you for watching, and remember to stay curious.